Here, Katie, you got your lanyard on.
It's all good.
We are back. We are here for your halftime show. Man, it's been a nail-biter so far. 7-up. Pleasant Grove scored late first quarter, and Carthage scored on that long pass right here to tie it up. I mean, this has been an exciting football game so far.
I agree. It's a hard-hitting ball game. I think both teams have been filling each other out, been attack conservative, been mistake-free for the most part. But right now, I think both teams are going to open it up a little bit in the second half.
PG may have thrown, 3 passes the first half?
It's not a lot. And they made the one that they did throw count.
Oh, yeah. Scored right down here in the end zone. I was looking at it through a camera frame, and it was like out of nowhere. If I slid in and caught that, it was great.
I think it was Dylan Hopkins.
Yeah, man, big time play.
Yeah.
Big time play. Tell us, what kind of yardage do you think we had right around here?
Just based on my math of trying to keep up with everything, I'm thinking Carthage is sitting about 110 or so. PG's probably around the 160 mark.
Oh, wow. This has been a tight ball game. We knew it was going to be tight. I mean, there's 2 evenly matched teams. But, wow, I mean, they are really, really
I was talking
even.
to Tony over here on the sideline. It was 2 minutes and 20-something seconds, and they went for it on 4th down. And I was like, they should punt that ball. And they went for it, and when they didn't get it, I told Tony they're going to give up the touchdown because that's usually how it works out. And that's exactly what happened. And when you do that, I feel like it takes away all that momentum they had because they played really well the first half, and then they had a drive where they just absolutely pounded it down their throat, and they should have kept that momentum and just punted it and maybe not gave up that touchdown. But other than that, they played exceptionally well.
I think they've done a good job keeping Carthage off the field, and that's really what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's keep in mind, we talked about this pregame. The number one rating matters to this team.
Yeah.
And going for it on 4th down, I mean, they're protecting that. They're pulling out all the stops tonight. So I don't know if you see them 5 rounds deep in the playoffs if they make that move. But, you know, at some point tonight with the receivers they have, I mean, they were going to get that big play at some point.
Yeah, but don't give it up before half.
I mean, they have a great coaching staff. You know, they were relying on their defense. They were believing in them.
Absolutely.
Also, that was a little bit, you can debate the no call on the pass
I cannot
interference.
believe they did not call that pass interference. It's so obvious.
That was a 4th and 5 play, and I really think there was a big no call on that.
I think they called it uncatchable, which is reasonable. I mean,
it was so early in the play when he took him out. They gave him no time to get there. You know, I mean, I can understand if he hit him as the ball was coming down. The ball was on the way up. I mean, it was just.
I think it should have been called, but they absolutely could call that uncatchable, and I think that's what they did.
Yeah.
And then Gilmer gets the ball back with 3:09 left in the half, and then they drive 58 yards. Boom, tie it up, and you know, they score that within 2 minutes of getting the ball back.
Yeah. Well, what we expected, a big-time football game.
Absolutely. We're getting one. It's delivering.
Was it worth the drive so far?
Oh, completely. Completely. What are you talking about? This is great.
Let's look at some other local scores real quick, and we'll bring you back right before the Pleasant Grove band so you'll be able to get it. Texas High, they're at half, down to McKinney North. La Vega is up on LE. Hooks, we may go to Hooks next week. 38-0 over Redwater. Hooks has a really good football program.
It's Redwater.
It doesn't. Man, Hooks is. I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of highlights are coming out of Hooks, Texas.
That's not a knock on Hooks. It's just
hey, they're official right now. Big Hit City.
A good year this year.
Hooks playing good football, really good football.
Yeah,
a lot of great athletes out of there.
Who else has Hooks played this year?
But I will
everybody.
say,
Don't ask questions like that.
I didn't think that game would be close before, though. To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, nobody expected it to be close, but I mean, it's just every time we look up, Hooks is doing really. The highlights we get out of Hooks is unbelievable. I mean, they're out there hurdling people. It's like, are y'all doing this just because y'all want to send these in? Some of this is unnecessary. I wonder how CJ's doing. CJ the Wall Huey. You think he's laid anybody out
Somebody
tonight?
probably already got hurt by him.
Y'all remember him first week? He like, frame. This guy hits him and it's just like everything stops.
Yeah.
It was just rough. But anyway, shout out to Hooks, Texas. Sabine up on Tatum.
Huge surprise.
It's a surprise to me.
I'm
surprised to everybody here.
This could be a huge win for Sabine. I don't think that they've been 5-0 in like a quarter of a century. So this is a huge momentum game.
What's the score in that game?
28-14.
Wow. That's awesome. I know Tatum's having a down year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
A little bit.
Well,
I have an inside source. My father is a teacher there part-time, retired.
I cannot believe he's
retired.
not helping coach. This is crazy to me.
And so he said that the Sabine coaches were very confident going into this week.
Wow. Mud looking for their first win of the season. They're up on Bowles High School 24-0, Craig.
Good deal. Everybody needs to win to experience that.
Atlanta Rabbits up on New Boston 35-6. Y'all, how many points did you say New Boston was going to put up pregame?
I can't remember now.
Was
I
it
think I
You
said,
picked Atlanta.
Well, I know you picked Atlanta.
but I thought
What game was that we were talking about a bunch of points we're going to go up on? I don't
I
remember.
said 24 points, whatever it was, and you were like, no, I'm not giving them more
I said
than
I gave
10.
New Boston 10 is what I think I said.
I thought Atlanta would win, but I didn't think it'd be that much at halftime. And
Man,
New
let's
Boston's
see.
been
Can we get a
competitive.
shot on Coach Morris leaving right here? Helicopter's out. University of Arkansas head coach has left the building.
He made quite the entrance today.
He made quite the entrance.
So I have a big halftime update. Right now, Hugh Springs has a 15-14 halftime advantage over Jefferson.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Wow.
huge.
So
Wow.
That
is-
shocks me.
That is really impressive by Hugh Springs.
Didn't call that one.
Rusk is up on Pittsburgh 8-7.
Really?
And Spring Hill's winning
All right.
27-13. Johnny Levere.
That program
Never
is-
thought that Gladewater
That
Bear would
program's
come
making
that.
strides since she left.
Spring Hill's
Y'all tell
gotten
him again
better
how
and
good we
better.
were. This guy's so full of jokes. He's not even funny. You need to go back to your news career is what you need to do.
It was definitely thriving.
Hey, man, this PG game has been everything we thought it was going to be. I was hoping we would see more offense. It's not unexpected. We're sitting there 7-7.
We knew it was going to be a close game.
Oh, yeah.
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 I knew
Both
it'd
great
be a close
defenses.
game. I thought it'd be opened up a little bit more, but I do expect that in the second half.
Yeah.
Were
Sorry,
y'all
I didn't mean to cut you off, Craig.
Well, I'm sorry for interrupting. Were any of y'all surprised with how PG started the first series throwing
man.
the ball at the very end? And it's
No, I wasn't.
You weren't.
I wasn't. I just felt like they would come out and test them because they probably felt like Carthage thought they would come out and try to run it, so they were probably trying to trick them a little bit, get something
Yeah.
quick.
Well, in the second series, they came back and did just that. Ran
Yeah.
it right down,
Yeah.
92 yards. I don't think that they threw the pass until after 14 straight runs.
I think that's what they need to do more of the second half is run the ball, control the clock, because that's exactly what Carthage wants to do.
Exactly what they
Well,
did.
the part that was shocking to me in Carthage's second series with the ball, they drive 38 yards, get down in the red zone. They've done nothing but run the ball the entire series, and then they get down to the red zone and start throwing the ball. They throw the ball on 4th and 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
Nearly had it picked off twice, I think.
they threw first, second, third, and fourth down
Yeah.
in the last
PG's
series.
using 3 running backs too. KJ, Bruce, and Nelson. They're about splitting the carries. I think they'll be fresh in the second half.
How about the very first play of the game? Landon Jackson comes off the edge, big time sack, followed up by her. I mean, it was like,
7-yard loss on that.
Man.
Second a fumble. He
Yeah.
nearly
Yeah,
recovered it too.
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately they got that first. They threw for a big first down after that, but it was like 3rd and 20 or something. I mean, like PG's defense, like immediately with 2 sacks right in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
3rd
then
and
it was
17.
kind of a killer for
Yeah.
PG at that moment where the very next play is a pass up the middle for 25 yards.
You know that one Landon had where hand in the air, caught it, and almost intercepted that ball. Man, Landon's playing a big football game right now. I mean, he's showing up tonight.
To me, tonight, this is the most aggressive I've seen Landon the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell he's hyped up. This is something different. This is another level.
Well, and that's the storyline all evening is going to be how does the matchup go between Carthage's O-line versus the Pleasant Grove D-line? I mean, that's going to be the story.
We're looking at a tie ball game, but I want to say Pleasant Grove's defensive line is outplaying their offensive line. You know, I mean, that big pass has nothing to do with the offensive and defensive line. You know what I mean? That was a one-step, throw it up in the air, let him go get it.
You know, I think other than the one big play, I think Pleasant Grove, to me, they've been more consistent on the field.
Yeah.
I'll agree with
You
that.
agree with that? Other than
Yeah,
the
I
one
mean-
big play.
Yeah.
They got lucky, I say, and got that touchdown.
Well, I mean,
But-
let's don't call it luck. It is what it is. But you take that one play out of it,
That was a lucky play.
I mean, I'm trying to be fair.
I mean, it was a good play, but that play never should have happened.
Well, it's football. It's going to. What do you foresee this second half? More than the first? I think they're about to pull out all the stops.
It's not going to be a lot, no more points. I don't think this game will reach 21 by either team.
I actually told Brandy, I said, hey, get a shot of this halftime score because I think we're going to see overtime tonight, and we're going to need it for our video.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a tight football game.
I called 21-17. I don't think they're going to make it.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be 17-13 or 17-16.
I think they're going to unleash Ben a little bit. I think they're going to throw the ball more than they have in the second half. In the first half. I think they'll get two or three more touchdowns before the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, I would love to see that. I hope that's what we see. Ben's looking on the sweeps. I mean, it feels like I'm not used to seeing this gap close this quick. It's like there's a lot more speed on the field tonight is what it looks like.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like you normally see Bruce get out there in the corner, and I mean, it's game over, and it's just closing on him.
Well, it's hard to run sideline to sideline against athletes like that.
Yeah.
Both sides have tremendous athletes, and both teams are having a lot of trouble hitting the outside corner.
Yeah.
And that's good coaching. These kids aren't leaving their position to go try to do something else. They just wait, stay at home and then, stay outside.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting the second half to see what Carthage does, what kind of drives they put together, because the first two drives, they put on a pretty long series.
Yeah.
The last two drives that they had, even though they had one that ended up in a big touchdown, they weren't very long. And so it's going to be really interesting to see if they can milk the ball like Pleasant Grove's been able to do the first half.
Can we talk about their quarterback having a 55-yard punt?
No joke.
Yeah, I mean, he booted that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting back there like, no, they're not going to pass it. And he rolls out, and I'm like, they were about to pass the ball. And then he boosts this bomb of a punt. Hey, y'all need to start incorporating. Well, they probably don't have to punt that often. That might be the first time they punted all season. They definitely don't have a punt formation.
How this game is playing out, I think it's going to come down to who makes the big mistake. I mean, I think it's going to stay close, and I think whoever makes the big mistake is who's going to lose.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty clean ball game from both sides. Not many penalties being called, so it's going to be a fun one in the second half to watch.
Both of these teams have a lot of experience.
Oh yeah.
And we talk about who's going to make the big mistake. I mean, it might come down to who gets lucky. It might not come down to a mistake. It literally might come down to luck. That kick right there before the end of half that was tipped, that had it. I thought that was going in if it wouldn't have been tipped. That something that small. Maybe the details that decide this game.
It barely missed with getting that much hand.
Oh, I know. I thought it was going. It just came up a little bit short.
How many tip passes has there been tonight? 3, 4?
It's not been a lot. They are literally playing, you're going to have to beat me football. And nobody's breaking right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that just speaks to the experience of both of these teams.
Yeah.
These kids have grown up in the program. They've been there. They enjoy these kind of games.
They've got so much more experience than a lot of guys at this level in the state, simply for the fact that they're playing 5-6 extra games a year on average, and they've done this for year after year after year. They've just got so much more football knowledge and experience.
I think the seniors have 4 or 5 state championship appearances between both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, we're watching the best of the best tonight. I mean, I don't know why we're surprised. This is what we expected.
That's what we wanted too.
Well, let's do this. The Pleasant Grove Band is about to perform. We'll take it over to them. We will see you post game. Enjoy the band performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pleasant Grove High School proudly presents under the direction of Mrs. Tori DePries, the American Drill Team High School champions for 24 years, our spectacular Pleasant Grove Showstoppers. Junior Lieutenant Caleb Skate, Junior Let's hear it for our show softball. And now, your teaching representation. Please welcome to the Carthage 120 High School marching band. Would perform a portion of their 2019 production high on it. Their music selection tonight includes Harmonized by Hidden Citizens and Paradise Lost by Delta Hall, which features a special section from the Maxfield of the Entertainment. The band is under the leadership of Senior Drum Major, Tommy T. Junior Drum Major, and Maggie. 365, proud 2019-2020 sponsor.
Money's worth.
Chicken Express, Walmart Neighborhood Market, Richard Road, A Better Creation, Ralston Showbar Elder Law Attorneys, and Dr. Kevin Forms, and the Dignity and White family. Thank you, Hawk Nation, for your continuing support of the Pleasant Grove Band program. I'd like to extend a special shout out to any past members of Pride Motion in attendance tonight. Go Hawks! And tonight we have Kim Cockrell as the winner of the Michael Kors purse from the PG Band Boosters raffle tonight. Please meet us at the press box now. Thank you for supporting the band. Also, the winner of the Pleasant Grove Shotgun Club Yeti raffle winner is Nicola Benny Noonan. Please go pick up your Yeti at the table. Thank you for sponsoring the Shotgun Club.